Chapter 14, Nina. Patrick leaves. Dominick and I are still in the office. Do you want to go visit, Philip? He asks. I'm willing to do whatever you want to do. If you do visit, we're a package deal. He needs to understand that, Nina. I don't know what to do. On the one hand, I should get it over with. On the other, I shouldn't give him any of my attention. If we do it, then we need to get it done before I start showing. What do you think I should do? If it were me, I wouldn't see him. You have a softer heart than me. I think deep down you want to forgive him, grant him absolution. I'll support you with whatever you decide to do. Visit, don't visit, I'm behind you. I just wish I knew what to do with everything. I don't want to withhold the baby from his family, but I also don't want them trying to sue for custody. It was his bad choices that got us here, and this is so complicated. He caused all of this distress. Stress isn't good for you or the baby, he rubs my back. Let's stick to our plan. As far as everyone else is concerned, that baby is mine, okay? There is a striking resemblance, so there is that. Hopefully the baby will look more like me. To him, who's better looking? He side-eyes me. You, of course. Patrick and Philip may be handsome, but not Dominick handsome. He's smug now. I bet I can make love to you better, though. I smack his arm. Not that I would want to find out. I can recognize when a man is handsome and not have designs on him. It's more about the aesthetics. I liked what I saw when I met you. The only reason I was looking at him earlier was to see if it would even be possible to pass the baby off as yours. You both have dark hair, similar eye color, and builds. Since he and Philip are identical, I have to assume that they look exactly the same. The only way to know for sure would be to visit him. I can call Patrick and tell him to set it up with Philip. Okay. Do you want to go home? I think we missed enough work this week. I assume he meant for the day. It wasn't even afternoon yet. No, I mean to Texas, before all the craziness starts. You mean we have more to look forward to? Before you start showing, announce to the parents that we're married, then in a few months bring the baby news on them. We have to make this as believable as possible. It would be good to see my parents and sisters. I've only been able to talk to them on the phone since I moved here. Let's do it then. We can see your family on Saturday and mine on Sunday. I'll book our flight. The prospect of seeing my family lights a fire in me. I have been kind of lonely here. Well, until I met Dominick, of course. Now I have everything I could ever want, and I know there's more to come. I'm nervous about how this trip will go. My parents are very conservative, and they might be disappointed that Dom and I ran off to Las Vegas, or Sin City, of all places in the world, to get married. At least we did that before we had sex. Now I don't know how I'm going to explain the baby to them. This is going to be a hard and devastating conversation for them. Their values do align with mine, so they may completely accept my decision to keep this baby, in spite of how he or she was conceived. The purpose of this trip will be for Dominick and me to announce our marriage and introduce him to my family. If the subject of children does come up, then I might sit them down and talk about it. Dominick announces, we're all set for this weekend, flight, hotel, rental car. I'll call Patrick and tell him what you decided to do about Philip. Thank you. I need to get back to work. I'll be back with lunch soon. He heads out of the office and I get back to work. Dominick booked our flight for Friday evening. We touched down at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport around 7 p.m. We ate dinner and went to our hotel that was strategically placed about halfway between his parents' home and mine. The city of Richardson is close to several major highways, including a tollway that connects several suburbs and 3 counties together. When we all settled in the hotel, I called my mom to tell her that I was in town and I was coming for a visit. I wanted to surprise them, but I was taking a chance that they might be unavailable. Fingers crossed that that wasn't the case. Hi, Mom. I'm in town for a visit. Yay! My mom gets excited easily. When are you coming over? We're coming tomorrow? I might as well get this part out of the way. We? Who's with you, Nina? She picked up on it right away. That's what I was going to talk to you about. Okay, what's going on, Nina? I can explain it all tomorrow when I see you. I would prefer to know now. I hope you aren't springing something on us. She sounds disappointed. Mom, I'll explain everything to you tomorrow. I promise. Fine, I will let your father know that you're coming over. What time should we expect you? 11, if that works for you guys. That should work, dear. Looking forward to seeing you and hearing your news. It'll be good news. Don't worry, Mom. Sort of good news, half good news. How do you break the news to your parents about how they have a new son-in-law that they've never even met? And how do you break the news that said new son-in-law is not the father of their grandbaby? And how do you break the news that said grandbaby was conceived by rape? I'd love to know, seriously. Will they love the child any different if the child was planned or if Dominick was the biological father? I can't see them being that shallow. Time will tell once everything is revealed. I hang up from speaking with my mother. I'm so torn about this trip now. I don't want to burden my parents with the baby's origin. I also don't want to lie about it either. Then that brings me back to Philip. As much as he doesn't deserve to know about the baby, he's still the biological father. I'm so confused. Send help. I think I need to come clean with everyone. I say it more to myself, lying on my side staring at the artwork on the wall. Dominick is in the bed next to me watching TV. The more people that know, the better I will feel about it. I thought it would be the opposite, but lying and hiding really isn't the best thing to do here. Yet it is shameful to admit that I was raped. People will blame me in some way, but I can't live with myself. Whatever you want to do, I'm right here with you. If Philip's family tries anything, we'll fight it out in court, okay? He scoots behind me on the bed. What if the family wants visitation? Are you prepared for that? Honestly, I don't know what I'm prepared for. Everything could work out just fine. No problems from his family whatsoever. I don't know those people or how they will react. I expect for them to be ashamed of their son and his actions. I expect for them to leave me be and let me live in peace raising this child without any interference from them. You know what happens when you have expectations. They're usually dashed to pieces. Let's get through this trip, do the visit with Philip, then worry about where the chips fall. He rubs my upper arm and kisses the side of my head. I was thinking maybe we can start with talking to Patrick about the pregnancy and see if he has any ideas of what his parents' reaction will be or what Philip's reaction will be. He seems pretty level-headed. I can call him now if you want. We can do it together. He pulls out his cell phone. Might as well get this over with. Dominick hits the button to dial Patrick's number. It's late, even on a Friday night. He picks up on the third ring. This is Patrick. Hey, Patrick, it's Dominick and Nina Cannon. That's the first time being introduced as a Cannon. What's up? We wanted to talk to you about something and get your input and opinion before we visit your brother. Okay, did you decide you want to see him after all? He's really broken up over this, and I think it would be good for Nina to see him, Patrick tells Dom. First off, if we do it, we are a package deal. If he wants to see Nina, then I'm coming with her. He needs to add me to his visitor list or no dice. I can relay the message. I expect to hear from him sometime over the weekend. What else? I speak up now. I found out that I'm pregnant and your brother is the father. What? You're pregnant? Yes, confirmed by the doctor. What are you going to do about it? Dominick chimes in before I can. We're keeping it. Oh, why would you keep it? He inquires. Why wouldn't I? The baby didn't do anything. Your brother's the one at fault here. The whole point for me telling you is that I want to gauge your parents' reaction to the news. How do you think they will handle the news? How's Philip going to react to the news? I don't want any trouble for any of them. I also don't want any help from them. I plan to raise the baby with Dominick since we're married now. Honestly, I can't speak for any of them. They will be shocked, I'm sure. I'm sure they will want to see the baby and be a part of his or her life in some way. It would be their first grandchild. First grandchild conceived by rape, I scoff. Give them the option to see the baby. Just because my brother's a major screw up doesn't mean they should be cut out of the baby's life. I wouldn't mind being a part of his or her life too. Really? You just asked me why I was keeping the baby. I'm sorry about that, but isn't the standard reaction when a woman is raped is to abort the child? I don't know you, so it is shocking that you're willing to go through with the pregnancy. Now that I know that there's a new member of the Kent family, I would like to be a part of the baby's life. Would that be okay with you? Like I said, the baby is innocent, and I'm going to do whatever I can to protect him or her from his father. We might be able to work something out as long as your family doesn't try to overstep or try to get custody of my baby. You think that's what we would do? My parents are older and in bad health. There is no way they would be able to raise a child. I'm not in a position to take care of a child, nor do I want to. I don't know what your family will do. I just know that I don't want to hurt all over again. It was bad enough what your brother did. You don't know how much I love this child already, and if your parents pulled something like a custody dispute, it would kill me. I can assure you that won't be a problem. Would you be interested in meeting with my parents? I can set something up. I would consider it. I'm out of town right now. Maybe when we get back we can schedule something. Patrick, please don't say anything to Philip or your parents. Let me do that. I will do it. No problem. When I hear from Philip, I will make sure he gets Dominick on the list to visit him. And Nina, if there's anything I can do for you, please let me know. I know you said that you didn't want help, but I want you to know it's here. Thanks, Patrick. That really means a lot. I feel a little better after the conversation. I wasn't pleased with his initial reaction, but I get it. How would you react to news that someone that was raped is in fact keeping the baby? He doesn't know my values, and therefore his assumption would be that I would get rid of it because of how it was conceived. I can't wrap my mind around the idea of not having this child. Thanks, Patrick. We will talk to you next week sometime. You guys are welcome. I'm on your side. I want this baby to have a good life, okay? My eyes tear up at that. Dominick squeezes my hand. I'm so thankful that I have support from Dominick and now Patrick. I just hope I can get other family members behind the pregnancy, garnering the support we need and what this baby deserves. Not that I would change my mind in any way. We both appreciate you, Patrick. See you around. Bye. Dom answers for both of us. Talk to y'all soon. Bye. Dominick hangs up.